college football today, you know, with everything going on, there's not a ton of continuity. So I think to have some continuity from, you know, the year one last year to year two this year of kind of this new programs is pretty awesome. So I think that's been great for, you know, just long-term culture and long-term development of our locker room. And so I think I'm happy, you know, where the program's at mentality-wise, and just, you know, we just need to continue on that path of never getting complacent and finding ways to improve and having that hungry attitude. And I think just over time, you know, you'll really see this thing start to snowball into a really solid program.
Go out there tonight, you bring fire, you bring passion, you bring energy, you bring physicality.
A picture-perfect day for football in Durham, North Carolina, as we get set for the 33rd meeting between Duke and Northwestern. The Blue Devils looking to make it 5 in a row over the Wildcats, and in doing so improve to 3-0 on the season.
Who's in control? Left hand up, grind on 2-1-2. Right. I know you're gonna execute. I know you're gonna play together. Attack. Let them know. You understand? And finish, man. Finish like the dogs you are. Lock in. Play with confidence. Let's go.
To Waters through the hole, 20, 15, cuts left, 10, 5, touchdown! He takes it in standing, and the Blue Devils are on the board first. Jacquez Moore to his right. He's going to get the carry on first down. Into the hole, bounces outside left, 15, 20, Moore, 25 and out of bounds at the 26-yard line. Quick snap off the Northwestern 46. Underneath, Calhoun's got it inside the 35-30. Angles left, breaks a tackle, 25, has some blockers, 20, big hit, and he's out of bounds. Shotgun snap, keep it on the ground, and it's Waters into the end zone for the touchdown. His second of the day, fifth of the season. Leonard to throw again, pressure comes, gets away from one, still in trouble, trying to get through. Oh, somehow he did. Across midfield, 45, here goes Leonard again. 30, 25, a stiff arm, and he's out of bounds. He is Houdini. Here's the snap. Only rush 4 this time. He's got all day. Looking over the middle, surveys, steps up in the pocket, dumps it off for down Mole, and a first down across midfield. Spinning down to the Northwestern 40. It'll be Riley Leonard taking himself into the end zone for the touchdown. Fifth trip into the red zone. A carry for Jones. Straight ahead inside the 10. Galloping into the end zone for the touchdown. The first of his career. Dominant for the Blue Devils as Duke rolls past Northwestern 38-14. The final score, they take it by 24. And Dave, quite honestly, it wasn't that close.
Wasn't close. Controlled the whole way through.
When I first got here, I realized how great this coaching staff is, and you know, how smart the guys are here. So I kind of knew if we can come together and, you know, play hard, this is going to be a special team.
You know, successful wins create more opportunities and bigger targets, and that's just the nature of football, and that's been the case forever. It's nice for us to be on that side of the ledger. It's nice for our kids to go through that, because that's where you want your program to be. You want your program to be winning games and winning meaningful games, which create more meaningful games to play, and, you know, hopefully that just continues throughout the season.
They're going to keep it with Lausch running right, trying to get to the edge, and some holding going on, and oh, what a tackle! Stinson lowered the boom! Bryant looking to the left, nobody home. To the right he goes, dangerous pass, it's intercepted! Picked off by Miles Jones, his second of the season.
I think the mindset just stays the same. At the end of the day, it's about us. It's not too much about the circumstance or who we play. And so we just try to make sure that we keep the mindset that we're in control of the situation, and as long as we're preparing the right way throughout the week, we can be successful come game day.
I mean, Coach Elko highlights that a lot, especially in all our team meetings, that we don't try to play outside yourself. Be Duke football, be Duke defense, be this, be yourself, just play your game. And if we can bring all that together as one, we can be phenomenal.
I mean, obviously, we know the challenges that are in front of us, and you know, we're focused on UConn and going on the road and playing this game, but we're also focused on ourselves and making sure that we continue to take the strides we need to take and make the improvements we need to make. You know, we know we're very early into a long season, and teams that are getting talked about in November, teams that are doing special things in November, are the teams that improve consistently week in and week out, and that's our focus, and that's going to continue to be our focus as long as I'm the coach here.
Duke All Access is brought to you by Gatorade. Greatness isn't about what you've done, it's about what you do next. By Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires. And by Coke Zero Sugar. They say Coke Zero is irresistibly tasty. Does that make it the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
Can they handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels.
I used to go missing all the time. I let everyone down. I even let Shannon Sharp down.
Yeah, you let me down.
They've been told how you feel yourself doesn't matter, that electrolytes are all the same. Then just like that, they're gone. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Could be the difference between dominating and disappearing. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
Statistically, the world is losing color. But who wants a gray world when we could have this? Honey yellow, peri pinkle, indigold. Things stay the same when the same is where you stay. But in hundreds of Delta destinations, simply opening your eyes can open your world.
I need to try it first.
From the shotgun, has Waters to the right. Here's the snap, the give to Jordan, through a huge hole on the left, steps out of a tackle, and takes it home. Waters rumbles in from 16 yards out, and it's 20-7 with the extra point to come.
A massive hole over the left side. Graham Barton, the left tackle. Left guard, Maurice McIntyre. Elliott, the center, just parting the defense.
Offense has looked great at times, and then there's been times, you know, where where we can be better, and I think just, you know, shoring up details, continuing to, you know, give effort and find more consistency and just clean up the things we need to clean up. It's early in the season, and you're going to make mistakes, but it's the teams that fix that throughout the year that you see late in December and January.
Waters in the backfield to the right of Leonard on 1st and goal. Now they bring Hazley in motion. The give will be to Waters straight ahead through the hole, surging forward inside the one. They're trying to move the pile, and he is in for the touchdown. The big boys up front took him in, and the Blue Devils have the lead back 13-7.
That's got to be about 1,000 pounds pushing its way into the end zone.
You know, every undefeated team, every 0-2 team, every 1-1 team has things they need to work on. And as long as you have the mindset that you need to improve on things and that you're not, you know, on top and and that there's a long way to go. It's a good mindset to have, and I think our locker room and our program has that.
He epitomizes what we're trying to do with the grind, right? I think he's coming in every day, working, seeing the areas where he feels like he can get better. I think that's what we talk to our guys about all the time, which is have a daily plan on how you can become just a little bit better, not only as a student and a man, but also as a football player. And I think he takes that and runs with it. And I think you see that in his day-to-day approach.
Yeah, I mean, I've been really fortunate to be around a lot of amazing people, and so I think that just, you know, comes from outside influences and just the people who I've been supported by my entire life, and since I started playing football and gotten into sports and that you know, competitive mindset and you know, finding ways, how can I improve, and that was kind of something that was, you know, passed down to me is, hey, you know, enjoy waking up every morning. You know, do it with a smile on your face. You know, enjoy the process. You know, don't just look for the end goal. And I think it's just something I've embraced, and it's, you know, a great way to take on, you know, the day-to-day life of being a student athlete. You know, it's not always easy, but you know, if you can put a smile on your face, you know, it brings up others around you, and it brings up yourself. And so I think that's just what I try to do, you know, and focus on the details and stay consistent, and you know, if I can do that and hopefully set an example for young guys, that's kind of, you know, the mark I want to leave on this place.
You want an extended hand, so it's like you're going through them, but you're going through them here as opposed to here.
Okay.
And here's the snap on 3rd and goal. Into the flat for Durant, makes the catch, 10-5, touchdown! He walks in for his first receiving score of the season, 7 altogether for number 21.
A monster block by the left tackle, Graham Barton on that play. A little screen pass out to the running back in the flat, and Graham Barton absolutely leveled the corner. Didn't see him coming, and that's why Durant was able to walk into the end zone. I mean, big number 62 out in space, bam, just clearing the way.
Graham jumped out instantly when I started watching film when I took the job, because he's got tremendous feet and athleticism. I think that was the one thing that really stood out. And if you want to be an offensive lineman and take your game to the next level, that's a good starting point to be a tremendous athlete. And I think since we've gotten here, I think he's added a lot of strength, a lot of power. I think the way he's able to now sink his pads and get underneath people and move them, I think it's really elevated his status. And so now I think he's one of the better offensive linemen in this conference and across the country, and obviously really happy that he's protecting Riley's blindside.
Keep on the ground with Jacquez Moore. Straight ahead, huge hole 15. Jacquez Moore will rumble in for the touchdown.
Jacquez Moore right up the middle. It was very well blocked. That's Graham Barton, the left tackle. The displacement of the defensive end on the left side was remarkable by Barton. Just drives his guy 15 yards down the field, erases him from the play.
That's great that other people label me as a technician, but you know, I try to set pretty high standards for myself, and so I would say I'm a work in progress as a technician. Yes, I think, you know, I'm athletic enough to where I can win blocks with my feet, and you know, using good technique, you know, certainly helps you stay on balance and stay, you know, consistent. And so I think that's just something it's, you know, a work in progress. I've talked to a lot of, you know, linemen who have played football a long time, and they say, you know, until the day you're done playing this game, like, you'll always be working on your technique and finding ways to do things and get certain jobs accomplished. So, you know, I definitely think technique's important. That's been a big area I've tried to improve is being consistent, play in and play out with my technique. And so, yeah, that's kind of how I'd describe myself.
I'm not going to lie, Graham Barton might be one of the best athletes at offensive line I've ever played against. I mean, he is phenomenal. When he gets running, he gets running. Like, that is one of the things that I've definitely seen with Graham. Like, that is his skill set. He is one of the best athletes on the offensive line people are going to see this year.
You know, it's cliche because Coach Elko talks a lot about it, but I mean, grit is definitely, I think, in my mind, #1 overall. I think from day one, we've been to establish, you know, gritty, hardworking culture, and I think, you know, that was, you know, something that was there before, but not necessarily emphasized and not necessarily exaggerated the way it needs to be exaggerated. And so I think, you know, we've got a locker room that cares about each other and that wants to play hard for the guy to your right and your left. And when you have that, you know, it you know, kind of motivates you to work harder. because you're not just doing it for yourself anymore. You're doing it for your friends and your teammates, and so I think that's been just the biggest thing is just the blue collar, hard working mentality that this team's kind of embraced and emphasized, and I think that's it'll continue that way, and they'll take this program as far as it wants to go.
With the quality of schedule that we're playing, and we know we're going to see some NFL defensive ends coming down the road, and that'll be great matchups for him and great opportunities for him. But our ability to control those games and have success in those games is obviously enhanced with a player like him blocking on the edge.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels.
I used to go missing all the time. I let everyone down. I even let Shannon Sharp down.
Yeah, you let me down.
They've been told how you feel yourself doesn't matter, that electrolytes are all the same. Then just like that, they're gone. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Could be the difference between dominating and disappearing. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
People have trusted Reed's Jewelers with their life's moments since 1946. That's because we're family owned. We treat everyone who walks through our doors or visits our website as a part of our family. We have a beautiful selection of jewelry and watches for any occasion. We offer free shipping and returns, as well as multiple payment options to make sure you find the perfect gift. See why people have trusted Reed's Jewelers to celebrate their life's moments for over 75 years.
It's bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy.
Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits.
It's her!
You're not just tailgating, you're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Head to Bojangles and grab your tailgate box today.
Duke's new century cries out for a university where the drive to discover is not hemmed by disciplinary logics, where philosophers work side by side with physicians and physicists, where nurses find inspiration in narrative theory, where mechanical engineers team up with marine biologists or musicians. I believe Duke will continue to be that university, together.
Here's the snap. Leonard rolls to the right, cuts inside. He's got his second touchdown. How about 12 plays, 94 yards, 5:27 off the third quarter clock. And the Blue Devils have established complete control of this one. 3:08 to go in the third. They're up 31-7. First and 10, Leonard to throw. Tucks to run quickly across the 5 to 10. Leonard cuts left, 15. He's got a first down out to the 19-yard line. Pickup of 13 as the Blue Devils start a drive in the shadow of their own end zone.
I think at that point it was still a 3-score game or a 2-score game, and I think the ability to go out there and put the game away is something we talked about at halftime, and they were able to get us backed up a little bit, and we had to respond.
Here's the snap. Northwestern brings pressure. Leonard stands in there, lofts one up top for Calhoun. Chasing. Oh, he got it! Across midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, Riley used to be a basketball player, still plays a little hoop. That looked like an alley-oop to Calhoun.
The big play in the game that kind of went a little bit unnoticed was the Jalen Calhoun catch. I think that was a third down, and they brought a pressure, and Riley had to throw hot, and he was able to get it out there, and Calhoun made a phenomenal adjustment and a diving catch, and then we're able to take that drive and finish it. And so I think that obviously carries us, because then I think it becomes a 3-4 score game, and at that point the game's pretty much over.
Second and 10. Leonard to throw, 4-man rush all day, launches complete. Jordan Moore inside the 40, bobbled it for a moment, went to the deck to save it, and he's close to a first down. They'll give it to him at the 39-yard line. 6:22 to go in the third here. Duke on the move again. Remember, this drive started back at their own 6-yard line, leading 24-7 over Northwestern, looking to make it 5 in a row over the Wildcats. Here's the snap to Leonard. Now a give to Jacquez Moore through the hole, 35-30. A burst of speed, and he's inside the 20. They'll say he went down right at the 20, but a 19-yard rip.
I think we've been extremely efficient. I think that's been the case throughout all 3 games to some degree, but certainly the last 2. And that's what you want. You know, you want to be able to be productive. You want to be able to make explosive plays. You want to be able to operate very high efficiency so that you can avoid getting yourself into those third and long situations.
Here's the snap. Leonard to throw. Four-man rush. Plenty of time again. Steps up. Launches. End zone more. Oh, and he couldn't hold on. Had a little bit of space in front of Johnson, and it looked like that one maybe got off the chest plate. As it is, it's 2nd and 10.
You wonder if the sun impacted him there, too. It's about the only place on the field where there is sun. And I think Moore turned around, and yeah, that basically bounced off his helmet. It had to have been because he's looking back into the light.
Here's a snap. Design quarterback run to the left. Leonard to the edge. 15. Inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal. Down to the 8-yard line on a 12-yard rip. They got it 1st and goal. Jordan Waters a carry. Inside the 5. Churning the legs, and he's down to the 3. Here's the snap. Leonard rolls to the right. Cuts inside. He's got his 2nd touchdown. Leonard rumbles in, and the Blue Devils have cracked it wide open here in the 3rd quarter. It's 30-7 with the extra point to come.
Obviously, we've talked about it at length, that Riley's ability to make something out of a not great play is really impressive. And I think anytime he does that, you know, that's so deflating to a defense for them to go out there and defend a play the way they want to defend it, but not be able to get him to the ground and have him turn it into a huge positive for us, I think is something that obviously helps us continue to be successful on offense.
These mascots represent some of the most heated rivalries in college sports. What could possibly bring them all together? Everyone agrees on the best team in smart home security. CPI.
It's bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy.
Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits. It's her!
You're not just tailgating. You're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Head to Bojangles and grab your tailgate box today.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
Can they handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
Duke Football 360 with Dave Harding, presented by Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires.
The Duke offense has been incredibly dominant through the first 3 games this season, and a big reason for that is their balanced attack, a good blend of run and pass. The run game has been exceptional because of the way the offensive line is finishing blocks, and the running backs are showing great effort all the way through the run, trying to get their way into the end zone. Duke's actually pacing the ACC with 12 rushing touchdowns, the best in the conference. They're averaging over 6 yards a carry. A lot of that will break down today. This is on the opening drive of the Northwestern game, helping to set the tone early. Jordan Waters, number 7, flanking Riley Leonard, the quarterback, there to his right side. Nicky Dalmolin, the tight end, and an H-back set. And of course, the offensive line along the line of scrimmage. At the snap, I want you to take a look. We'll work left to right. Look at Graham Barton, the all-ACC offensive lineman, getting out of his stance, sealing off the defensive end. This is an inside run play designed to hit in between the tackles, tight landmarks, knowing that Graham can't get beat across his face. Look at him drive the defensive end out of the picture. Maurice McIntyre, the left guard, working with Elliott, the center, on a little combo block. Great work doing similar to what Graham Barton. Look at him shielding off their men, driving them away from the hole. Elliott able to work up as a center up to the linebacker. Now we'll go to the right guard. It's Jacob Monk. Look at that. Great pad leverage, driving his legs, working in conjunction with Hornibrook. The right tackle, Hornibrook kind of feels the linebacker fall back, so he tries to assume the defensive end. And then my favorite block of the run, Dal Mullen, who says tight ends can't block. Look at this, number 81, finishing his man, the linebacker, all the way into the ground. This is a view of what Jordan Waters sees. We've just walked through what everybody's doing. It seems like they're taking care of their job, but the running back just got the football. He's 2 or 3 yards down, and there's not really a hole. This shows the patience. He waits. He trusts in his blockers down the field. And look at the last second, the vision to kind of sidestep that defensive end that pops loose a little bit, and the hole opens late. But he trusts his blockers to take care of business. Look at Dal Mullen's block from the back here. Beautiful finishing. And then the effort after he finds the hole, Waters finds the hole. Look at this explosion through the safety, works off of him, and gets into the end zone. Everybody's working together, doing a great job of being physical up front, taking care of their responsibilities, tight end getting in the mix, finishing his block, and then obviously the talented running back, whether it's him, Jaquez Moore, the Blue Devils have several that they can lean on, helping pace the way, averaging over 6 yards a carry, setting the tone, making a huge difference, moving the football down the field on drives, and getting into the end zone being obviously the most important thing. The run game is a big part of that.
That's the hand once, twice. Here's the snap. A give to Waters through the hole. 20, 15, cuts left. 10, 5, touchdown. He takes it in standing. And the Blue Devils are on the board first.
Such fantastic work along the offensive line. All 5.
Certainly the fact that we're averaging 6 yards a carry, I think that's obviously something that's going to really carry a long way if we can keep that up. And I think we've been extremely efficient running the football. We've been able to break off some long runs. And then I think the touchdown shows that we've been able to push people and move people in the red zone. And when you talk about finishing drives down there, if you can run it in, that certainly eliminates a lot of risk. And so excited with how we finish drives down on that end of the field. I think our offensive line is starting to come together. Again, I think we talked a lot about it being a little bit disjointed at times during training camp, and I think as those guys have now gotten healthy and gotten comfortable playing in the game together, I think they're starting to get a feel and a flow for how they can play off of each other, and I think hopefully that just continues to improve and enhance as we move through the season.